Hi, and welcome to the latest IoT Now quickfire video where we talk to people shaping the Internet of Things right now. My name's Jeremy Cowan. I'm a co-founder of IoT-now.com. And there's still a tendency I'm finding in the media to talk about developments like smart cities as though there's something far off in the future. I think, in fact, our cities and industries are getting smarter all the time, even if we don't always see it. So it's a pleasure to introduce you to Robbie Paul, Director of Business Development at DigiKey Electronics, based in Minnesota. Since its founding almost 50 years ago, DigiKey has become one of the fastest growing distributors of electronic components in the world. Robbie joined DigiKey in 2011 after gaining years of experience in sales and marketing roles at TE Connectivity and Black & Decker. Today, one of his key roles is to work with the product and marketing teams, as well as partners, to bring together more integrated IoT systems and solutions to DigiKey customers. Robbie also holds a master's in electrical engineering from Polytechnic University, New York, and an executive MBA from Loyola College in Maryland. In short, Robbie is a techie with a strong passion for renewable energy, sustainable transport, and home automation. Robbie, welcome.
Jeremy, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. So, Robbie, how is IoT actually making life better in smart cities right now, and of course, in the next few years?
Jeremy, thank you. To put that in context, 50% of the world's population live in cities, and that proportion is actually growing. So there are many urban challenges that are created, and really the role of IoT, as I see it, is to make lives better, improve efficiency and convenience in these cities. So in doing that, we need to think about sustainability, social sustainability, economic sustainability, as well as environmental sustainability. So it's all about making lives better in cities.
So looking at industry, what do you think factories of the future are going to look like? I mentioned earlier that this is changing too.
Yes, and factories have been automating since the day of Henry Ford and his production line, right? And they've started automating individual processes, and they've moved to system level improvements. IoT is really taking the factory to the next level and making it more smart and more connected. There are more and more sensors that are being used in factories, and these sensors are creating an incredible amount of data. And that allows the use of artificial intelligence and machine learning, which in turn enables things like predictive maintenance, right? To give a small example here, motor vibration. And vibration happens to be a key parameter in predicting motor life. And sensors can measure this vibration and create an initial fingerprint. And when subsequent vibration as the motor does its job, deviates from that, it can enable predictive maintenance. Tell the facility manager, hey, this motor is going to break down in 6 months. And that's a huge, huge improvement from what we have today in terms of keeping the line running and keeping the throughput going.
And keeping the cost down, I guess, as well.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, because rather than somebody going around and checking these motors every so often, if the motor tells you when it needs replacing or needs fixing, that is a huge improvement in cost, especially with labor costs rising as it is today. The other trend we're seeing is also robots, the increasing use of robots in factories. And these robots really, I mean, we've always used robots or have used robots for a long time, but the difference is these robots are becoming more agile and more flexible, right? So they're becoming multi-function, multi-purpose robots, and they can do multiple tasks. And it's not that you need a robot for every single task. And Tesla's done a great job with implementing robots that can do 5 or 6 tasks as it moves through the production line. Apple is another good example where In fact, they've named their robot Daisy, and she is disassembling an iPhone at the end of life and trying to extract the essential materials, et cetera, from it. So we're seeing the use of robots more and more.
That's really encouraging to hear from a sustainability point of view. I mean, the planet's resources for some of the components are so finite. Taking a broad view, Robbie, what's coming next in your view in the Internet of Things evolution? I was tempted to call it revolution, but actually we're beyond that now. This is an evolution, I think.
It is. It really is. And if I look at all the solutions that are out there, most of them are custom built for that particular application. And I think that's a hard way to scale up IoT. And if you want to get to mass market adoption, there needs to be less customizability. I mean, if you remember in the 80s, you may not be old enough, Jared, but I am, PCs were all custom built for individuals. And then along came Michael Dell, and he was able to mass produce PCs and sell it directly to the customer, right? And I think that model needs to be adopted for IoT because there are a lot of middlemen, as I see it, that are tweaking and customizing, but in reality, they're just trying to get a share of the pie for themselves. And so we need to make this mass market. And that starts with a platform. For example, Apple has their HomeKit. And they've done this platform for home automation. And what that allows is manufacturers, say, of sensors, various manufacturers, to come into that protocol, that network, and be used seamlessly, right? So I, as the consumer, don't really care who the manufacturer of that switch or that light bulb is. It just integrates seamlessly into the HomeKit system or network. And we need something similar in other use cases and applications like industrial and agriculture, where incorporating these different pieces of IoT, sensors, processors, connectivity, software, all can be easily done directly by the end user. And I think that's where you're going to see the mass adoption of IoT.
That is intriguing. There's so many more questions spring to mind out of that, but these are necessarily quick fire videos. So I'm going to have to get you back, Robbie. Thank you very much.
Thank you. No, thank you. This has been fun.
Great, and good to see you. Thank you very much. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us wherever you are. Keep safe, and we look forward to seeing you soon for our next quick fire video. Bye for now.
Thank you.